policies. Look, the major political parties haven't rolled out all their policies. They expect more out of One Nation than anyone else. We're under the microscope a lot more than the other political parties. The fact is, the people of Victoria are ready for One Nation. It's the major political parties. They're not ready for us. And that's why they want to protect their power and their positions. They've put this state in the situation that it is now through their bad policies, their bad management, and the state is really, financially you're broke. You've got another voice to Parliament. And that's what it is, a treaty to Parliament for 4% of the population that's going to determine whether legislation gets through or not. It's a joke. This is part of our policies too, to get rid of that extra body in the Parliament and deal with crime. When you've got between 53 and 62% of crimes, whether it's robbery, break-ins, carjacking, is by children, right? That's what it is. That's the stats. They haven't dealt with it, Avi. This is what people want. When you've got, children wielding machetes in, shopping centres and on the streets that have killed a child. What? Why? Why has it got that to state? What have your politicians done for the people in this state? And that's what it's got to go back to the justice system, the court system, and you deal with these people. And parents have to take responsibility for their children.
You're recording, yeah? Just make sure. Warren, who I've seen now a few years, it's been since the last election, he could be, based on polling and the trajectory we're going on, he could be the next premier. Does that compute for you now after 30 years in politics that you could end up, you could govern?
Look, he's got a background in defence, as he was in the engineer in the defence. He's also been a small business person. He's a strong person, and he knows what needs to be changed and said. But it's not him by himself. You've got great candidates around. We've got a criminal lawyer, we've got a police officer, we've got a person with experience in education to drive that as well. And I think the people of this state couldn't do any worse. Have a look at what you've got now. Really? Look at Ben Carroll. Does he look like Premier to you? He doesn't enthrall me. He doesn't instill any confidence in me. And he's part of the government of the Daniel Andrews, the Jacinda Ardern government, that actually got the state in the situation it is now. Don't change your stripes now, mate, and think that you're going to make a big difference. You should have made a difference when you're in Parliament.
But he says he's about integrity. Why don't you believe him?
He's about integrity. My big toe it is integrity. They wouldn't know what integrity is. Where was he when this corruption was going on, which put the state into an extra $15 billion debt? Why have they allowed the unions to dominate it? Why has he allowed 4% of the population to control the Parliament now? So where's your integrity?
Well, to be fair, I think he was in charge of roads. I think he was in charge of the department.
He's in charge of the potholes, is he?
He was in charge of the department that took on the big build, and then he was number 2. He was deputy. So, but he's kind of backflipping on everything in the last few years. You just think is it desperate? What do you think it is?
It always happens, right? So then they actually, my God, I'm going to lose my power, my position, the smell of leather in the Parliament seats, and therefore they're groping to save the deck chairs on the Titanic that's sinking around them. And that's why a lot more ministers will actually retire before the next election. People out there, they say, oh, well, we've never done it before. Well, look at what you've got. Tell me, can you get no worse than what's there?
Gear shift, you were away and the media worked overtime while you were not in town to try demonise you. Clearly not working. Polls, you're up again today. But a couple of things that happened while you were away. You did the Sunrise, where it was a complete stitch-up, where they tried to make you look as bad as possible.
Really? Did they do that to me?
They tried. It's hard to make you look bad, but they tried. But there was a couple of things, like in that series when they followed you to Tommy Robinson. I noticed, because you're such a genuine person and you hate people that lie to you. And I watched this unfold, and I hear him, he had that gotcha moment on Sunrise. He goes, Tommy Robinson lied to you. And I saw your face thinking, oh no, I don't like if somebody I believe in lied to me. And I was screaming at the screen because I want to say, Pauline, he didn't lie to you. I was there in that whole thing with his visa, his immigrant, and he didn't apply for his own visa. There was somebody here that was trying to bring him down that applied for a visa.
I didn't know that. So when Liam said that to me, I had to take it that was the truth, because no, I did investigate Tom Robinson, but you know what, Arby, I'll meet whoever I want to meet. I'm not going to get your rule book from these losers that have been our politicians or media or the rest of it. Tell me who I will meet, who I won't meet. I'll assess it myself and I'll make up my own mind. And I don't regret meeting with Tommy Robinson, having that tour of his town where he grew up and seeing the states that it's in now. I can speak from experience, the same as what I did. I went over to Afghanistan on the ground before we pulled out, so I could actually see what's happening over there, and that's a lot more than what a lot of other politicians did.
You want to know the irony of that story is Liam himself has been deported for lying on a visa before. Do you know that?
Yeah, I think I did hear that. Yeah, I think the States or something. It was
No, it's actually around here. Where was it? It was somewhere, a Chinese associated country. Whatever, they don't like it. He'll say it's a communist associated. It's no different than Canada. Canada's also communist, so that excuse is not going to work. There was another one also where they had a candidate, and this one hurt me because I'm somebody who's recovered from drug addiction. I was a heroin addict as a teenager, and I overcome it. And for me, it's like that's like an accomplishment. I'm proud about it. I've written about it in my book. I'm proud that I've overcome that. And I saw the media trying to question you about one of your candidates for that exact thing. And I'm thinking, isn't that a positive?
This is what happens with One Nation all the time. They're trying to get the dirt on us. They've even gone back to my ex-husband from 1970s.
I thought that was quite funny, the response you had.
To actually get dirt on me. It happens all the time. Even staff that worked in my office 6 years ago, they've gone to them, and you know, for a person they've admitted that they have come clean, they're trying to advise others not to be on drugs or how to get off it. You know, so I take my hat off to him. Good on you, mate, for saying it.
Do you think the media's learning anything by the fact that all these smear campaigns, they're just not landing? In Victoria, you're polling at greater numbers than you're doubling, tripling the Greens. How's that even possible in Victoria?
Yeah. Look, Harvey, I appreciate the support that we're getting. The real day is going to be on election day when people can cast their vote at the ballot box. But the fact is, and that's why I banned the ABC, the Guardian and the Age Day, I'm sick and tired of the gotcha. I'm sick and tired of putting and spin everything that we say. And once it gets out, it's hard for us to turn around and put the truth. That's why you've got these idiots out there across the road who are screaming at racists because they've never really took the time to understand what my policies are, what I stand for, difference that I want to make in this state. And that's why the media are responsible for a lot of this rubbish I've had to put up for years. So that's why I'll keep banning them. Give me a fair go. I don't ask for special treatment. Just put out the full truth of my statements in the full context.
Speaking of them outside, in Victoria, we're used to that. But it does beg the question, these guys, they're part of the socialists or the Greens to the socialists. So altogether, maybe they poll 10%, 12% in Victoria. But their events never get shut down. They're free to have an election, a meet and greet with candidates, and nobody will stop them. But here,
the Conservative side of politics don't have that aggression about them, okay? We do it in such a way, we'll have the debate and we'll have our say, freedom of speech, and then you'll have your say at the ballot box. They want to shut down everyone who disagrees with them, with their nastiness, their aggression, that type of thing. They think that's the way you deal with things. Well, it's not the way you deal with it in Australia, and I'm not going to put up with it. They don't frighten or scare me whatsoever, and I've stood up to these rat bags for years, for 30 years, that they're out in the streets then. And you know what, some of these protesters who protested against me years ago, I've had them come up to me on the street and say, I owe you an apology. And I said, oh, what for? I didn't understand your message. I've actually now understand what you're trying to tell us then, and I'm sorry that I was one of the protesters against you.
They say you're a threat to democracy, but is it not actually the other way around? I feel like the idea that a political event is under threat, there's so much police presence needed just to keep people safe, to come to a meet and greet, to meet their candidates, where 30% of the population actually that we know of agree with them. are they not the threat to democracy? Are they not the ones that want to kill democracy?
If they really think that I am a racist and that I'm a threat to democracy, then let people come listen to me, let the people make up their own minds, but they know that's not the case. So they haven't got a leg to stand on. But it's a shame for Victorians having to put up with this. It will keep going on until we actually say enough is enough and don't put up with it. That's why I really want to thank all the people that have come here tonight to be part of this. I want to thank the venue owner here, Joe, for allowing this function to happen at his place. A lot of people won't allow it to happen. They're frightened of the repercussions, and it isn't a shame. This is happening in this state.
Finally, to undecided voters of Victoria, what would you say to them? If you had to convince them now, One Nation in November, what would you say to them?
What I say to people is have a real good hard look at what you've got now, the state of this Victoria, and honestly, do you think that One Nation can do any worse than what we have now? Because you haven't got much left. You're increasing crime, you don't feel safe, there's no prosperity, you're actually further into debt, you're not going to have the services, the infrastructure's going, your farming sector's being destroyed with transmission lines, increased taxes, I can go on, and even your police are leaving in droves. You will not have police in the police force to protect you, and you will not feel safe on the streets of Melbourne if you don't get a change of government. And One Nation is the only one, because we've got the backbone, and we are strong enough to make the tough decisions, and we'll make them without seeing how the polls are looking.
You've really triggered a bunch of people today, by the way, by saying that we can get rid of the ABC and replace it with Rebel News, but I love it.
Go for it, right? No, I got no problem. I told you, I'll cut the ABC funding. You're gone. They're gone. SBS, gone. If you're that good, go and do it by subscription. See how many people get subscribing to it. No longer the taxpayer at $1.3 billion a year. It's just ridiculous.
I'm hoping you pour me a beer tonight like you did the other night, because it was perfect. Thanks, guys. That's Pauline Hanson here today at the meet and greet, and we can't wait. I'm most excited about this election, not only because we got rid of the group voting ticket, but because One Nation, it feels like orange.
I'm proud of you doing that. Get rid of it. Thanks, Avi.
Thanks, guys. How you going, guys? Here you go. There's the... That was all recording. You had it recording. I like that. I was texting.
All right, guys. Rukshan here. We're coming live to you from the One Nation event that's taking place in Hawthorn. Hope you guys can hear me clearly. I will be crossing back there as Avi is doing interviews and showing you what's happening. There is a big protest, or I don't know if there's a big protest, but there's a big police presence outside as well. There's a major blockade of the area, just because the rabid lefties have been trying to get to Pauline Hanson and get to this event and obviously intimidate people and stop them from showing up, and the usual things that they do when Pauline Hanson comes to town. So we'll be bringing you live coverage from this event throughout the night. Avi will try to be interviewing candidates as he goes. He's just spoken there with Senator Pauline Hanson, the leader of One Nation, and you're seeing all the Victorian One Nation supporters coming today. We've also had the announcement of the upper house candidates, as well as Warren Pickering, a former army veteran, as the leader of the state leader of One Nation here in Victoria. So this is a event for supporters of One Nation with Senator Hanson here to coincide with the launch of the upper house candidates, which we're bringing you live. Now, if you want to support the show, support what we're doing here at Rebel News Australia, you can scan that QR code if you're watching on your television, and that will take you to a page where you can support us. You can do super chats if you're watching on our YouTube channels, whether it's my one or Avi's channel or Rebel News Australia's channel, and you can support the show that way, or your super chat will show up on the screen. If I get a chance, if it's possible, I'll put those questions to Avi, and he can ask people there those questions. So join, get comfortable is what I was trying to say. get a cuppa, get some drinks. We'll be streaming this throughout the night, and we'll see where this goes. So let's go back to the actual stream and see what Benji is filming. Thanks, guys.
That's all right, I got it.
My brother Andrew was the senior pastor. He came back and had a discussion and used the teach tripound.
Well, I didn't tell you. I had a chance. How funny, I think I remember. This couple of churches around the class. Yes, How funny. What a small world. Right. Do you want to get a bit of a let's get a bit of the outside. See you later.
How are you, mate?
How you doing? What is that? No, you're right. There's a million cops out there. Is it going to be easy to get back in, or should we take those?
We know who you are.
No, it's the cops that we had a problem with.
Yeah, I know. Well, he's saying one. There you go.
Give me one for him. Yeah. Let me put one on you, just so that I don't.
So we'll just wait while Avi's doing that. They're just getting some security tags on their hands to go outside and try to get you a bit of the coverage of what's happening outside here, so you can see the police perimeter. A lot of resources being put to this again from Victoria Police, and it's hard to believe that just One Nation, the party meeting, with the supporters meeting to see their candidates, to see the leader of this party in Australia, in this nation, it needs such a security presence because of the fact that people on the left in this state, especially in Victoria, do not like democracy. They do not like parties like One Nation being able to gather, and they will try to shut it down. So that's why there's a massive police presence. Obviously, it's putting the burden on taxpayers, but I don't know what the solution is here, because otherwise these people's safety would be at risk from these individuals that turn up. Let's just go check in what's happening.
Cameraman guy. Oh, there you are. There you go. All right, let's get some of this. Did he message you whether he wants the sound up or not? Oh. Did you turn it up now?
No, I didn't.
He said turn up. Audio's cutting out now. I'm here. Test. Let's just get a test for Rukshan. Let me know, Rukshan. Should we turn up the sound, or is it good? Just let me know.
We can't cost, but you guys probably can.
I've got a Chinese friend. We can't.
Sorry guys, we're trying to get you through.
Oh, there's trouble you are.
No room for racism. One nation. 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 No room for racism. Oh, it's the short wife beater. He's on the third of the star. That guy is a convicted short wife beater. And a Zionist. How's his shoulder going? He is actually convicted wife beater. Do you have a shopping cart or do you want to buy someone? Why are you guys laughing when you have a convicted wife beater on your side? That is truly embarrassing. And this is not before the court, this is not alleged. Convicted wife beater.
Look at the masked, tolerant leftists wrapped in their kafirs. They're so concerned about women. They're so concerned about women and women's rights and women's safety. They're wrapped in a terrorist flag where they raped and butchered women on October 7. Because for them, it's all cosplay. They don't believe in anything they purport to stand for. They're just communist, terrorist supporters. And if you want to read my book, rebelfromthestart.com, if you're so interested in my personal life that they tried to pretend is about my personal life.
How many Palestinians have you killed? How many have you killed, you fucking war criminal? Army, the war criminal! Army isn't short man with little man syndrome.
guys all walk over there.
No, come.
No.
You got a bigger crowd right there.
What is that? Come.
You'll actually never be one of them. You're way too Middle Eastern for me.
She's asking why I'm on the side of the white people. The funny thing is, I reckon this crowd is actually probably more diverse than the keffiyeh-wrapped terrorist sympathisers who cosplay. Mate, throw any of them in Gaza. I will pay for their tickets to go to Gaza and see what they do to the he-she's wrapped in keffiyehs. Sushi, mate. They want to talk about this lot. There's a far more diversity there than your unwashed. How you doing, guys?
Hey.
What's going on? We all good?
Oh, yeah, this is fun, isn't it? It's funny.
It's more fun outside. How you doing? You good? What's happening?
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine. Free Palestine, yes.
You're speaking to the leader of the Free Palestine Party.
We should send them across there.
Yes,
Send them over.
yes.
I should ask him.
Sorry, oh my God, he's so short. Truly, I'm embarrassed.
Guys, did you sign up to my new party, Free Palestine? No? Sign up to your ass. That was an incredible comeback. Can we go back to your last comment? Holy shit. Thank you.
Get your stuff all the time.
Thank you.
You so much. It's just amazing, really. And this is Victoria. We can't just go to a simple political meeting without this bastardry. Sorry about the language, but it's very frustrating because I love this country and I hate to see it going down this road.
Isn't it odd that if they wanted to run a Greens or Socialist event, nobody would rally it?
No. We wouldn't be here because we would allow them their democratic right.
And they represent maybe 1% of the population
If that. I think this is the greatest opportunity for One Nation to see normal people lined up, hardworking people, tax-paying people. That's amazing, Harvey, isn't it? You know, and all the Pauline Hanson is saying, we want people with similar values to come to this country. It's as clear as a bell. And maybe some of these people don't have our values.
I'd say the keffiyeh probably demonstrates they don't.
The keffiyeh person definitely doesn't. And Sharia law for Australia? No thanks, Harvey. But thank you for your great work.
Thanks, guys. What did he say? Did he say to turn it up? He says turn it up slightly. Turn it up 1 or 2. Now you can. It doesn't matter. There you go. Thanks, brother. Thank you. How you going, mate? How you going, guys? How you going?
Good work, mate. What's your live feed this morning?
Just trying to get the audio boosted a little bit, guys. So let us work on that. And as you can see, you got the protesters outside. So that's what's happening outside the One Nation event there in Hawthorn. And I'll just let Avi know, just the audio check, and we'll come back with some sound.
Just turn up one.
Turn it up 1, yeah. He's turned it up 1, Rukshan. Tell me if you want. Yeah, 100%. All right, let's go. Let's see what this protest looks like from here. Yeah, you know, I've got to watch these gutters where I belong, apparently. How you going, guys? Watch them freak out as soon as I get here.
Unless we do that, we'll be back to the 1930s with Hitler and Mussolini and all the filth and disgust.
How you doing?
Well, I've just asked if I can keep the media back a little bit.
Yeah,
that would be great. Just in
No
fairness
worries.
for everybody.
No
Thank
worries.
you.
Police doing a great job here tonight. You can see really keeping the unwashed away from local Victorian constituents that just want to meet their candidates.
We're
Speaking of racists, they've all got kafirs.
So guys, if you're joining in and just joining in and wondering what's going on, we are actually covering the One Nation event that's taking place in Hawthorn. It's a meet and greet with the candidates and Senator Pauline Hanson.
How you going, guys? Why are we here tonight? Why are we here?
To say Pauline, mate.
Democracy.
Democracy, that's what it's all about.
What do you think they're here for?
Well, I wouldn't say democracy, but at least they're here. Look, good on them. They're entitled to their say. We obviously have a different view.
Have you ever gone to protest one of the Socialist or Greens events?
Nah.
Why not?
I've got better things to do with my life. But good on them. They're out here having a crack. That's fine.
Do you think it's odd that they represent maybe 1 to 2% of the Victorian, if you look at recent polling, you guys are the largest party, and
an empty vessel makes the most sound.
Protesters.
They're paid protesters.
100%. 100%. Yeah, they're paid protesters. Yeah, don't you think? Yeah, they're paid protesters for sure. Yeah. It was the last.
They don't like you, do they?
They get more triggered by me than Pauline Hanson, which I find kind of racist.
Yes, definitely racist.
Yeah,
it's because I'm a person of colour.
Maybe, yeah.
It was the same lady that she said, death to Australia, death to One Nation. It was the same lady. Why is that not a hate speech? That's disgusting.
If you said the same back, you'd be arrested.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. Yeah, look at them. Look at the bunch. Go and have a shower. How about that?
What's your background?
I'm from Iraq.
Iraqi.
Yeah.
Because they're saying that everybody here is white, but when I look at their crowd...
No, I'm from Iraq, Assyrian. Yeah. And I've been here for 25 years.
Do you like how they're all wrapped in that? It's actually an Iraqi keffiyeh that's taken by the Palestinians.
I have no idea. No, I stand with Israel.
But if they went to, ironically, to Gaza...
Oh, they'll be all killed, all of them.
They'll be flying off the tallest building.
In Iraq, you can't even wear a cross without getting your head chopped off. That's why they don't understand. They have no idea. No idea. They just clueless. No idea.
Are you guys local?
Melbourne.
Port Melbourne,
I've met you before. We've spoken before.
COVID?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good to see
You look like a COVID. You look like one of the COVID people that protest.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've written a thing about monoculture. I can talk about
The irony that they're all wrapped in keffiyehs, which is actually an Iraqi scarf, not Palestinian. They wouldn't know the difference. And they're calling her, an Iraqi, a racist. They're the ones condemning her. Do you know, she's Iraqi. Why are you stealing her keffiyeh?
Because you're a wife beater! Sorry, I don't mind what race you talk to. You're a wife beater. That's our beef.
You're a wife beater. You're a wife beater. All right, you're boring. We're out.
The irony
Let's
is,
go.
the irony is, we're paying for their dole checks, and they're complaining about government money to close off the street. They're the ones that are closing it.
Yeah, 100%. All right. What is it? I'm not helping. My existence isn't helping. I know.
They're throwing libel accusations at you.
Yeah. All right, come. Yeah, done. We've had enough of them outside.
Mate, you copped it as much as we're copping it.
Proper more, thank you very much. It's my. They don't like brown people. It's, you know what's funny is that they're all like screaming at everyone being racist and whatever. They're all wrapped in kafirs, which is actually an Iraqi scarf. And there's an Iraqi girl screaming back at them, and they're condemning her, but they've appropriated her scarf and calling her a racist. Can you make that shit up?
No, I could not make that one up, Harvey. No. Sorry, mate. No.
All right, let's go talk to the people inside.
I'd just like to thank you for all your interviews and everything. It's
Thank
been
you.
great. I've
Thank
been
you.
following you for ages and I love what you do.
Thank you.
Harvey, this guy.
Yeah. That was great. All right. I just need a kefir. Yeah. I need to smell a little bit. Did you guys not have a shower for a few days?
So guys, if you joined in, I got cut off before, but we're just live streaming from the One Nation event in Hawthorn, where Pauline Hanson, the leader of One Nation, has arrived, as well as the candidates for the upper house here in Victoria. So that's been announced today. And they're just doing a meet and greet with supporters. And you saw, if you've been watching for the last 10 minutes or so outside, there is a contingent of the far left, leftist radicals outside, the great unwashed, yelling at everyone from across the street. There's a massive police presence keeping the attendees, the One Nation supporters, safe, because that's what has come to in Victoria. But yeah, this is our live stream. We'll be doing this throughout the night. Avi will be doing plenty of interviews, I'm sure, with people that are there, and hopefully the candidates as well, so you can hear from firsthand the candidates who have been picked to represent Victoria in the upper house. We had that announcement earlier today where Warren Pickering, a former veteran, was put as the leader of One Nation here in Victoria, and he'll be running for the seat of Pakenham. So One Nation are definitely making moves here in Victoria as the election is getting closer. We have Ben Carroll now, the leader of Labor, as well as the Liberals, Jess Wilson, who seems to be doing well against Ben Carroll, but One Nation continues their momentum, and this is really what people have been asking for. Let's find out who the One Nation candidates are, obviously, because that's really important. And I think the next step is that people are talking about is now what's the One Nation policy. So let's see if Wavi can get some answers around that as well from people that are there. And we'll be bringing you all this live. So if you're supporting what we're doing, if you're supporting the show, you can do super chats. If I get a chance, I'll put some of these super chats to Avi via text so you can answer them, as well as I'll bring them up on the screen so you can take part in this conversation. But thank you so much, guys, for joining this live stream with Rebel News Australia. If you're watching on television, scan that QR code. There's ways to support what we're doing, or the super chats, guys. So appreciate you all. Let's go back to the full stream and let's see what Benji is filming right now.
Yes. Thanks, guys.
Good to see you, buddy. I like your clips.
Thank you. 100%, let's go. This is your boy. I'm almost as tall. How old are you? 16. You're not even that tall. How did you do it?
Say hello, Harvey.
How you going?
My name's Tony. You don't know me.
Good to meet you, Tony. Nice to meet you. I do, yes, of course. Yeah.
Everything's right.
I'm always right. That's what I keep telling my wife. Rebel News.
Come on. Come on, I want to photo with Harvey.
ABI? What is this? What is this on? What platform? Instagram?
You're coming that way. I turn around the back way.
Photo with Harvey. Come on.
You want to take a photo?
Come on.
Right.
I know. He wants a photo with the retainer.
It's always about Avi. Ask my wife.
So yeah, Avi is doing the rounds there, talking to people. Let's see if we can watch something from earlier today of the announcement. So I'll bring that up. Just give me a few minutes. I'll sort that out as well, so we can watch something different. Oh, there might be speeches happening. Let's just.
How you going, mate? Big unit. What national are you? What nationality? Argentina. Malay.
He was live streaming and sending me from your live stream.
Where? Oh, here.
Yeah, no, this morning. He was live streaming us this morning.
This morning was fun.
I'm ending here. That's it.
All right, I'm going to put my jacket down.
She deserves it. She deserves it. Tell her she deserves it. She's under the thumb. Yeah, anyway.
Just going to put my jacket down. Sorry, boys. Just stay on her a bit, I reckon.
Yeah, just go over there.
Hi. You good?
Yeah, I'm all good. I know, just blending in.
He's in studio.
Really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
get that.
So guys, we'll just let that play in the background. I'll bring it up so you can see that we're still there live. If anything's happening, if Ivy's talking to anyone, we'll cross over. I just wanted to play this video from earlier today so you have some context around the announcement earlier today. And also one of the comments that's really driven the media insane. I've seen coverage across this on the ABC today with Patricia Cavalas. She lost her mind around this as well. And everyone's losing their mind because of this comment around Senator Pauline Hanson and One Nation banning certain members of the media from attending these events. So let's have a listen to this and we can keep an eye on what's happening on the ground there as well. And if anything important happens, I'll switch over.
That democracy doesn't happen on the ABC at all, and I'm sick.
Democracy. Shouldn't all media have access to a press conference, particularly if you're, as you say, running to form government at the November state election?
I'm sorry, that democracy doesn't happen on the ABC at all, and I'm sick of it's not fair and just in their reporting.
But aren't you cutting off your nose to spite your face here? Don't you need your message to get out to regional Victoria in particular, and you need the ABC, the national broadcast, to be able to
We've
carry
got
that?
Rebel News here, I'm happy with them.
We've just gotten back from Pauline Hanson's press conference here in Melbourne for the upcoming Victorian election, where she announced her Senate candidates. There is so much to unpack in the press conference. We'll do it over the coming days at rebelnews.com.au, or you can scan the QR code on your screen. And if you support our work, which I guarantee you will after seeing this, please consider chipping in to help us cover the cost for independent journalism, which after this you'll see why it's so important in our state. But before we get to the full press conference, there's one part that's going viral at the moment online, but is missing the background to it. And now I want to show you that background. So have a look.
The Labor Party mainly have put this state in is disgusting, and they're screaming out more so for change. So I congratulate our candidates for wanting to stand under the banner of One Nation.
Can you talk about the candidates a bit more and how they were chosen?
So I don't know if you caught that. There was a journalist standing to my left who was trying to question Pauline Hanson about whether it's a true democracy in the fact that she was banning the ABC, The Guardian and The Age from attending the press conference. Now, as she couldn't get her question in, I turned around and checked if she wanted to have another crack at asking it.
Parties, the Labor and the Liberal Party are very concerned.
She declined, so I decided to ask on her behalf. Can you just explain why ABC is not here, just so we know?
ABC were denied entry into here and The Guardian. I'm not putting up with their rubbish. I'm not putting up with their spin, their lies whatsoever. I want truth and honesty. You get it from me, I expect it back from the media.
I heard a complaint that that's anti-democratic.
And to elaborate on that just a little bit, we expect and invite a healthy amount of scrutiny of our candidates and our policy positions. However, any blatant character assassination attempts based on fabrications of our candidates will be met with swift legal action.
Do you think that the media that's upset about the fact that the ABC and The Guardian and The Age are not invited to this, that weren't upset when Daniel Andrews revoked, let's say, Rebel News, dragged him out of Parliament, they weren't upset then about freedom of the press and are suddenly upset? Do you think that they should take a look in the mirror?
Excuse me, there's a lot of media here. Are you really concerned the ABC aren't here?
Oh, this lady was.
Well,
In a democracy, shouldn't all media have access to a press conference, particularly if you're, as you say, running to form government at the November state election?
Did you say that to Daniel Andrews?
I'm sorry, that democracy doesn't happen on the ABC at all. And I'm sick of it's not fair and just in their reporting. So if you want to criticise and have a go at me not putting the truth across, you're not giving me the truth of democracy either.
I'm simply asking a question.
No, I'm not going to have them. This isn't the first time. I denied them entry into my meeting halls and everything in 1996 for 8 months. And the same will go with The Guardian. I'm not putting up with the spin, gotcha moments, wanting to have a go at me or treat us totally different to what you do the other major political parties. Enough is enough. You give me a fair go, I'll give you a fair go back. The ABC never does.
Would you do the same thing Daniel Andrews did to Rebel News and ban him from Parliament just the same way? And the media had no problem. She didn't ask Daniel Andrews if he was against democracy at the time. They celebrated it.
That will be up to the members of Parliament at that time, right? I'm not going to have a say. I'm not going to be in the Victorian Parliament. That will be up to the people here. I have control over this today. My being here. and I've made the decision. You're not
Far be it
welcome.
from me to defend the ABC, but aren't you cutting off your nose to spite your face here? Don't you need your message to get out to regional Victoria in particular, and you need the ABC, the national broadcast, to be able to
We've
carry
got
that?
Rebel News here. I'm happy with them. Thank you. Let's go. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, guys.
You're the leader. You're running in the lower house, which means if you guys win government, you're the next premier. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. We're ready. And we do have a lot of work to prove, to develop the trust of Victorians to prove that we can actually do that. But we know we can, and we know it's time.
As premier, can I get one commitment? First order of business, have you mini reinstated press credentials in Parliament?
Yeah, we'll discuss that going forward, mate, but I like it.
Discuss! Bloody politicians. Finally, most important question, are you as excited about my press credentials as I am?
Your press credentials? Amazing. You've earned them, definitely.
Thanks for that. If you enjoyed this snippet of the press conference from here in Melbourne with Pauline Hanson today, make sure to like, comment, but most importantly, share it far and wide because we have to get it to the regions. So it's up to you guys at home. Then head to rebelnews.com.au or scan the QR code on your screen. Make sure to bookmark the page. And if you support independent journalism, please consider chipping in on that page to help us cover the cost because unlike the ABC, we do not have a budget based on the public purse, on the taxpayers at home. We rely solely on you, the generous viewers. rebelnews.com.au or scan now.
Before I get into the head, let's stop that one. But yeah, look, that was a sneak peek of what happened earlier today. And I'll play a little bit more of those videos if we get a chance. Let's cross back now to the actual video from the event. Let's just have a look at that if we can get that going again. The live stream, let's have a look. We're back in here.
Why you're here?
Big fan of us, yeah.
What about Pauline or One Nation that you like?
Well, look, radical, but then a lot of things that she said, it makes sense, yeah. So.
The people outside were screaming at everyone walking in here that they're racist.
They don't understand it's freedom of speech. You know, I mean.
Are you sure you're not a white supremacist?
Well, definitely I'm not. You know, I mean, I'm brown or yellow. I'm like banana.
Where are you from? Where are you from in Melbourne?
Huh? I'm from the eastern suburb.
Eastern suburb. Did you vote for One Nation previously, or is this you're just excited about it now?
Getting to. Yeah. Starting to feel more of what she says is starting to make sense. So, you know, that's a good thing about it. Yeah.
Has anyone in the crowd here been racist towards you? That's what we're really here to find out.
Not yet. Yeah, only the barman. Yeah, charged me for the beer.
The barman, that's racist.
He charged me for the beer. I thought I'm coming in for free beer. So. No, just kidding. But look, I think everyone here is here for a motive. You know, I mean, they are here for a good reason, and I think that in the political arena at the moment it's just hopeless. You know, I mean, whether you're with the Liberal or Labor, you know, so we're looking for something to give it a reboot and give it a good start. You know.
Thank you, brother.
That's what you and me are looking forward to.
Hey, young guys, we're good. Hey, I'm your hero. You need better heroes.
Oh, yes. All through
Where you
COVID.
Oh, no, you were one of those. What brings you here tonight?
Oh, look, need a shake up in Victoria, you know, need a shake up in Australia. So this is, you know, might be a chance. Yeah, that's it.
So you've obviously been a Pauline supporter for a while?
Yeah, quite a while, yeah.
How does it feel to know now you're actually not the fringe loony party?
That's right, yeah.
You're actually the most popular political party.
Yeah, it's good to hear. Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
Are you thinking of jumping ship now that they're popular?
No. Look, I was a Liberal supporter for years and years, but, you know, like...
Where did they lose you?
They went too woke. Yeah, that's it. They didn't stick up for mainstream Australia, you know? So this is a change. Yeah.
Outside, there's a lot of angry kids. Did they deter you? Did they worry you? What's your reaction?
Look, it's a little bit nerve-wracking when you come in, but, you know, like, no. But look, it's good to see there's a lot of young people here too. You know, it's not just old farts like me and my wife. So, yeah, look, I think it's a bit of a movement. Might be a change, you know? So, see how it goes. Yeah.
Love it. All right. God bless, and hopefully November. What are you expecting from this election? What's your prediction?
Look, I think the Liberals are doing a lot better now in Victoria, and I think there'll be quite a few representatives from One Nation, and so they might have to work together a bit closer, and we might have a different Victoria.
What do you think if you had to guess now, what do you think the government's going to look like come November?
I reckon the Liberals will get over the line, but there'll be quite a few members in the lower house of One Nation, and so they'll have to do deals with them, and they'll have to get things done. So the Liberal Party will have to change, and they'll have to do some action.
Love it. Thanks, guys. Have a good night, eh?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. I'm going to pinch one just because I'm going to faint. Thanks, bro. Right, there you go. Have one. We're going to stop off for a... Now I need that. We're going to test out their pizza here at the One Nation event. We'll do what am I, Dave Portnoy? That's his name, no? You've got to give it a score, 1 to 10. I'm starving, so it doesn't matter. I'm so hungry, that's a 10.
How are you?
How are you doing?
Good, I'm good.
What brings you here?
I'm here because I think the major parties have lost sight of the goal. For me, the side of the goal is to tax Australians 0% income tax. Like, we should be a prosperous nation. We've got enough oil, uranium, coal under the ground. We can sell it, build a national fund, and that pays for everyone. The hospitals, the police, all that infrastructure can get paid for out of national infrastructure. Somehow the two major parties seem focused on being more and more creative on how they tax Australians. So they go in the opposite direction instead of down to zero.
Have you been a One Nation supporter for a long time, or?
I've been a lifelong Liberal voter. This will be the first time that I've voted for One Nation.
Is that, in your circles, is that normal? Is that a story you're hearing widely?
From everyone. From all of my circle.
What changed it for you? Why suddenly now?
For some reason, the current Liberal Party seems to have gone away from its conservative background, and it's been a shift that's been happening over 10 years. I don't know why it's happening, but it sounds like she's on.
Well, today is a truly historic day. What we had this morning was a turning point for Victoria. Today is the beginning of the end of the socialist left stranglehold over You've been called the dark forces. The dark forces. What a stark contrast this room is to the banshees that are outside. This room is buzzing with optimism. It's buzzing with patriotism. This is by far the best place in Australia to be right now. In this room is the beginning of something truly special. We are going to take Victoria back. Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Mark Nicholson. You may know me as the guy that makes the Please Explain cartoons.
Are you doing that?
And it is my absolute honour to be here tonight. I'm also standing here tonight as your lead candidate for the Northern Metro region for the upper house. We were meant to be on the stairs of Parliament this morning. We were meant to be standing on those stairs, but we weren't allowed due to safety reasons. What a sad state Victoria has become. Those are the people's stairs. That is the people's house. And we were told that we could not be there for safety concerns. Well, the socialist left has not just taken hold of the faction of the Labor Party of this government, they have got their roots deeply embedded in all of that parliament, and we are going to rip it out root and stem. Their stranglehold over this state is done because we are not afraid of them. We know we are the good guys. Like I said, you look around this room, everyone here has got a smile on their face. We are the civil ones, and we are going to bring this state back. And I am so honoured to be a part of the team driving this tonight. There are three things that we're going to be delivering here in Victoria. One Nation are going to be rebuilding the budget, and we are going to be restoring prosperity in this state. We are going to restore safety in this state. Mark my words, this will be the toughest state on crime in all of Australia. If you want to commit crime, it's not going to be here in Victoria. You can go to South Australia. You can go to New South Wales, you can go to Queensland for all I care, but it will not be here in Victoria. And finally, our third promise is we will be delivering and restoring trust to government here in Victoria. Because One Nation is the only party that can bring you real change, and change you can trust. That's the new deal that we are bringing to Victoria. In exchange for your vote, that's what you'll get, and we will be issuing contracts of common sense to every house in all of Victoria. Today is the beginning of real change for us to bring back this great state of Victoria. And I'm so proud to introduce our fearless leader, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Warren Pickering.
Thank you all, thank you, Mark. What an absolute ripper this bloke is. He's going to make this campaign so much bloody fun, I think you can all agree. Now, firstly, I'd like to thank all of you for attending tonight. It's great to see this kind of support rally behind the party. I'd like to thank the National Party lead, the party's national leader, Senator Hanson herself. I'm trying to correct the way I turn these things. And I'd like to thank our incredible candidates who are just genuine soul-to-the-earth members of the Victorian community who have put their hands up to represent this community. So thank you guys, put your hands up. Guys, if you get a chance, grab a hold of them and have a chat. Actually, come up guys, can we make a clear way down this side of the building please? But in the short term, I also want to thank the men and women in uniform outside who are out there doing such a great job defending our democracy. They should be home with their families on Monday night. They shouldn't need to be out here with this garbage that's going on outside. Now we have a plan for our police officers and crime in general to be delivered in the coming weeks and months. They are going to be suitably impressed with the plan that we have to ensure that we get more police officers on the force into Victoria and give them a reserve force so during these times of peak activity they can call on those people to come forward and engage with the police force and put an end to this rubbish, let's be honest. Alright, do we want to introduce the one by one? Do you want to introduce yourself briefly, Mr. Aaron Sanford?
Sure, happy to do so.
Woo!
My name is Aaron. I'm the candidate for the South Metro region. You have to forgive me, I'm operating on a little bit less sleep than I would like. I've had a child born to me only 6 days ago. I also have to deliver to him Victoria that is worth living in a way that I had when I was growing up. So that's my motivation to be part of One Nation. Oh, and I'm a criminal lawyer by profession. I've seen a lot of terrible things, and they say that it's a bit of a cliche expression, but justice delayed is justice denied, and there is a lot of denied justice here in Victoria, and I'd like to think that when One Nation's in power, we will correct that. Thank you.
Good evening, my name's Greg Hansford. I'm from the Eastern Victoria region. That's the powerhouse of Victorian people. Where your power's coming from tonight comes from our area. In the next 3 years, we stand to lose 6.2 gigawatts of power from the eastern side of Australia. In the area I live in, we've got Geelong W. We're going to be losing that, and with that we'll lose 400 jobs. So my job is to make sure we get back on top of the power again, and we get employment happening and drop the cost of electricity. Thank you.
My name's Pauline Hanson. I'll be standing in Southern East Metro. That's sort of Frankston around to Scoresby, down to Clayton and back up to Mordialloc. I need everybody's help. I need you all on board. My background and area of expertise that I'm really hungry to get my teeth into is the education system. It is a basket case. Our kids are being indoctrinated, our standards are going backwards, and we need parental choice and parental control. So I'd love to help with all of this stuff and a whole lot of other stuff to make Victoria safe, prosperous and trustworthy again. Thank you.
Hello everybody, I'm Ricky Lee Terrell, the member for the Northern Victoria region. And those of you who don't know me, I'm the one that has been fighting to preserve our prime agricultural land. Labor has an insane obsession with pushing renewables and it's decimating our agricultural communities, and I am here to protect them along with the rest of my colleagues.
My name's Fiona Lopez. I am running for the Western region, Melbourne, and so I hopefully get a few of your votes going through. I'm a HR manager by profession. I see a lot of really hard stuff going through at the moment. We've got no trades. I run an apprenticeship program. We can't get anybody to work. It's really, really difficult. So I really want to put some effort and time into those apprenticeships and getting some trades through to build our houses that we desperately need. Thank you.
Good evening everyone, my name is Natalie Adams. I am the member for the Northeastern candidate. Oh wow, lots of people, this is very exciting. So aside from being a mother in Bulleen that the paper kindly named me this morning, I'm also a small business owner. We've been dealt some really, really difficult times over the last 2 years, all at the hands of the Labor government. This will be changing when we are in power. That's it.
Yes.
We are a party for the people. We are a party for every mum and pop shop out there, every husband and wife team that is trying very hard to hire people and to make this state what it used to be. So thank you very much.
Give them all a round of applause, guys. Now, this is what we mean when we say we've engaged in a concerted effort to cultivate talent from the real world. We want real people from within our communities to represent our communities. That's what politics was always supposed to be, and that's what's been missing in Victoria. This is why we're not going to depend on the same politicians that put us into this mess to get us out of the bloody mess. Now, you'll get plenty more opportunity to hear from me over the coming weeks and months, and I have every intention of having another conversation with every one of you tonight before we close the doors later. So stick around and bail me up if you do get a chance, guys. I want to hear what you guys have got to say, what your concerns are, and what you'd like to see more advocacy for outside of the very obvious things that we'd like to provide that advocacy for. Now, the person you've all been waiting for and that we all actually want to hear speak, ladies and gentlemen, party founder and leader, Senator Pauline Hanson.
Well, the most important people here tonight are you. The people of Victoria that have come out here because you want change. You want change for your state. And I intend to give you that change. And it's just not talk. I just don't do the talk, I do the walk as well. I've listened to you, and I'll be doing a tour through the state. And I want to hear from you, what is holding you back? Everything.
The matrix, Labor.
Everything above the line. You know, the responsibility that we have on our shoulders now, and people keep saying, oh, well, how can you possibly do it? You've never been government before. You've never been opposition. But the fact is, you've just met some of your candidates here. It can be any one of you standing up here to be that candidate because they're ordinary Australians that have a passion for the state, that want change. Small business people, you know, lawyers, people on the ground that are fighting for change in this state. I've met so many young ones and fathers who've introduced mothers and introduced me to their children, saying, I want to change for their future. There's no future in the state anymore for our children or for our grandchildren. How true that is. Some businessmen that I met tonight, you know, we have to have change. How can we possibly keep our doors open with the rules and regulations in this state that is actually killing us, destroying employment, destroying jobs in the state? No prosperity, as Mark said to you. There is no prosperity. What has happened in the state when it comes to, you've got gangs with machetes wielding it in shopping centres, when you have a young 15-year-old lost his life. As I drive the streets of this state, I cannot believe the graffiti that I see and the shops that are closed. The number of police officers that have applied to be candidates for us is overwhelming. They know the problem this state is in. They can't do their job anymore as police officers. That's why they want to be members of Parliament, because it's on the floor of Parliament to change legislation that they can bring back safety to the state for the people. You have a right to walk the streets at any time to feel safe. You should not be having the robberies. And it comes down to the people who are in that Parliament House making the legislation. And it comes down to the legislation of how the judges see it. And it is our judicial system as well that is failing you, the people, in this state. And then you have the farming sector. The property rights being stripped from them. The transmission lines, growing the food, the resources in the state has been shut down. It's constantly going on and on and on. You might have Ben Carroll as the head of the Labor Party in the state, but I tell you what, he doesn't instill confidence in me when I hear him speak. And he's part of the problem. He was part of the Daniel Andrews, the Jacinta Allen Nuns. He's the one that's caused these problems. Don't tell me you've got to change a heart. You know, it doesn't happen overnight because now you're leader. They were the ministers. They were the ones driving the agenda to put the state in the situation it is now. Victoria used to be one of the most prosperous states of this nation. I believe we can get back. If you say that we can't do the job, well, I say rubbish. I believe that we can. Because just have a look at what you've got now. Has it worked for you? No, it hasn't. So you do need change. Put confidence and in your own could be your neighbours, your friends, whoever. These are the people that are feeling hurt and pain. They are the people that put up their hand to be candidates to run to represent you on the floor of Parliament. And as long as I'm leader of this party, they will be standing there representing you with integrity, with honesty and passion for this state, that they will do the right thing by the people. That is my promise to you, the people. I have stood by that all these years, regardless of, what's thrown at me. I've always stood by my conviction, what I believe in. And that's the people that I want representing you on the floor of Parliament, with that passion and integrity
question. Don't put a spin on it. You know, our job as a Member of Parliament is an honour and a privilege. It is not just smelling the leather, it's not collecting the paycheck. There's a lot of responsibility to that, and I've always felt that deep within myself. And that's why I've never given up fighting for this country and for my fellow Australians. And I'm going to make it quite clear to all those people, I know we have different people from different nationalities in this room tonight, and it's beautiful to see. That's who we are, a country of all different racial, cultural backgrounds, but we are Australians. The first thing that we're going to do, if we are in that position, is get rid of the bloody treaty in the state. Population here vote for a legislative council that overlooks policies that the rest of the state didn't vote for, and that is not right. So that's what I believe. I've got to tell you honestly, I could not believe when I watched it the other day on TV when I saw them on the floor of Parliament with gum trees all around them. I couldn't believe it. They're allowing this to happen. So, you know, let's get back to this. Well, we're all Australians, and we should all have that. We vote at the ballot box for who we want to represent us. We don't need another arm of parliament, a division in the state, in this country. The people of this state threw out the voice to parliament, and cunningly, sneakily, they put it back in. You, the people, have no decision, no choice in that. But if we get government or in a position with balanced power, I'm telling you, that'll be one of the first things that'll be done. You won't see this on the ABC. If you want to get the real news, you go to Rebel News and you listen to it. But it's been an absolute honour and a pleasure to be here today. The warm welcome that I have received tonight from you, the people. You have no idea how I feel. It does. It's taken me 30 years to get here, but I feel vindicated in so many ways, and I do appreciate your support, your encouragement. We love you. Over these years, I've had to make a decision. You better believe it. If I've got to make a decision, I'll bloody will make the decision. But I'll also say to you, no longer is me, Pauline Hanson, standing there solely by myself anymore. I have my fellow Australians, I have my candidates, I have people there beside me every step of the way to get our state and our country back. Thank you.
Pauline Hanson, she's the real deal, folks. She's the real deal.
People are going to start thinking I'm paying you for this.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We have one more thing. Warren, can you pull down the thing? It takes an army. It takes an army to go out there and win this election. We are up against it. They are going to buck and they are going to try. They're out the front. They're beating the drums. We need volunteers. We need your support as much as we can. Thank you so much for being here. Feel the warmth in the room? Honestly, it's going up 15 degrees. I'm so excited to hit the hustings and get out there and take this state back. Thank you so much. Let's get out there and get it. Let's
go. Yeah, we're going to do bolt.
Alright.
What's going on the screen?
I don't know, there's some sort of QR code.
A QR code.
It's coming up.
You left us all hanging, mate. We're standing here waiting for our QR code. People are going to start thinking I'm paying Pauline for these. Let's get her getting a drink. She's going to get a drink. Let's go down and I'll talk to her. We'll give her that another time. I don't think it's relevant.
Well, guys, if you're still watching, we're live streaming from the Pauline Hanson and One Nation Victoria candidate meet and greet event in Hawthorn that's taking place. And I did see all your comments about the audio during the speeches, but one of the things that I found out by doing a lot of events over a long time, that not everyone speaks into the camera or into the microphone, more so, in a loud and clear manner. And just depending on the sound system, sometimes there's not much control that we have over external sound system. So we got to go with what's possible and move close to the speakers. But we have very highly tuned microphones that do a lot of noise cancelling to work during protests and things. And sometimes when people speak softly, it doesn't always work out great. But I managed to hear, I think it just differs from device to device, but that's there. I can see all your technical complaints and people talking about Dick Smith and all these things. Usual live crew. I see all of it, guys, but let's listen to this interview.
How do you feel seeing all the people out the front wrapped in kaffirs?
They're idiots. And I'm happy to be racist.
Just for the camera, she's actually Syrian. It's no the joke to me is seeing them all wrapped in the kaffir, these little white, transgender, whatever they are, LGBTQ, alphabet mafia. But if they go over to the Middle East and go to any of the places that they purport to support, they'll get thrown off the tallest building.
Definitely. Thank you,
God
Avi.
bless.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hi, I'm Tina.
Nice to meet you.
Watch what you do. It's great that you have a platform and that you are spreading the news, your stories. It's good. We don't have alternative voices. It's great. It's really good. We watch you all the time.
I think she announced today ABC funding is going to Rebel News now.
I don't think you need the funding.
Can I ask you a favour?
What's that? A
Take a
photo?
photo.
I could do a lot with 50 billion. Thanks, guys. Come, let's come capture her. Just follow her. How was that? 37. How you going, guys? You behaving?
Yeah, always.
We're business owners and we're there all the way. 35 years ago, John Pasquarelli came into our pizza restaurant in Carlton. He lived there, used to make him a pineapple pizza, and he said, "Catherine, I found the next Prime Minister." I said, what's his name? No, it's a woman, her name's Pauline Hanson.
Really?
I said, get out of here. That's what he said. I reckon he's spot on, but 35 years.
He was ahead.
Doing a good job.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Man. We always look.
Behave yourselves, though, yeah? Behave yourselves.
Always.
We're called losers, but we're okay.
How you doing? How you going?
Good, how are you?
Let's do it.
Yay! We get Benji in there.
And Benji.
You do a good job, mate.
Yeah. Yes, well done.
Thank you. Yeah, 100%. Everyone wants photos with me now that Pauline keeps plugging Rebel News.
There you go. What you been doing around the Palestine thing? It's been fucking brilliant. I appreciate you so
Why,
much.
you're not convinced by the kaffirs out the front?
Well, no. Yeah. All they've convinced me is they have no idea about history. Yeah, yeah, buddy.
Sorry, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, do what you
How you going, guys? How you doing? You alright?
It's been a while, my friend.
How you doing?
Good, you?
Living the dream. At some point, He's back.
You guys realise I'm the one that published.
Yeah, I
don't care.
You need to party, mate. It's a cracking idea.
And they cancelled it. We won.
Sorry, I think you want to get a photo with you.
100%.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks, man.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you around.
You getting up to Canberra next week?
No, not on my plan.
federal members dinner.
Oh, okay. Canberra. Obviously, I'm pretty much week by week, sometimes day by day. You're a hero a lifetime ago. Different. Never gonna forget. You're a hero. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much. I've got to ask, do you see Warren?
How much footage did you get? You got it all?
I got it all. Get that. On a time.
Keep it up. And I never would have thought in my life, do I belong here anymore? Thank you. You're giving a lot of people hope here. Especially small business owners. Thank you for providing my hope. So appreciate it.
How you doing, mate? You coming to meet Pauline?
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. Be much better.
Come around.
Thanks for doing all the best.
This here is one of the white supremacists that they've been shouting about at the front.
You two can both you go out the front. You're white supremacists as well. So I think you both should go out there. Would you kindly speak up for me?
Do you know what's funny? At the front, they were shouting at everyone that they're racist, and they're wearing the.
They were yelling a lot of things, but I didn't bother. I just came in. That's it. I don't want to bother.
It goes over the top of your head. Don't worry about it.
Doesn't matter. Don't worry about it.
No.
Oh, just quickly, 1 second.
So you go in.
Very good.
Yes.
How's the tucker?
It's very good.
What is it?
Spring roll.
You got to give it a review. 1 to 10.
This comes up at a 8.
But you haven't bid it yet.
No, I finished mine.
You ate out the 3.
For the wife. That's for the wife, Harvey.
Oh. Yours wouldn't last that long in your hand, I got it.
Mine's gone already.
Get out of it.
I feel like I'm going to have to double Pauline's pay with the amount of plugs she's giving Rebel News at the moment.
Well, you know what is interesting? Like when you set up before and you started recording at the start, because you started it and then finished it, I was like, it's actually a really good insurance plan, because then if they're like, oh, they took a 12-second soundbite, it's like, well, I mean, it works for you because you get to go, well, actually, the whole thing was this. So you're almost hoping they try and just grab some sound grabs. But yeah, it's interesting to see you again. Been a while.
Isn't that funny? So now, because like for people that don't remember you ran, what was the party called? Australian Values, and it was with Heston Russell.
Yeah, and then we went to the Angry Victorians party. We realised that we didn't have the money, so we had to be a funny name, which came at obviously the expense of people laughing then. You know, but I mean, we actually got traction. People spoke to us then. Like nobody cared until we had a funny name, and then the awkward part was when we spoke to them, we weren't angry and they got disappointed. But you know, like it's good now that we obviously having an actual party that has traction. You can actually speak and talk to people. The funny thing was, you know, when we did the group voting ticket stuff, there was nothing to do with policy. Like I don't remember anybody talking policy in that last election because there was no point. Everybody just played a game with the preference whisperer stuff, and you're like, yeah, right. So
for those of you at home who don't remember what he's talking about, it was the preference whisperer in the last election was exposed by you and Heston Russell. Well,
it was exposed by you. We did it. And then, but you got to get airtime somewhere, and nobody else cared. Yeah.
And you guys filmed him basically saying the dirty tricks he was playing, and it woke people up. And this election, thanks to you and Heston, I think the group voting ticket was a central part of the conversation.
Well, the interesting was, like, obviously we brought it up, but it went to IBAC and everyone else, and no one cared. And then it's not until now, when you went to go and do something, that they went, hang on a minute, they're going to actually play the same game. Now we don't want to do it anymore. And you're like, very convenient. But it was only in the paper for like 3 days.
But to be fair, when we first came up with doing it, our objective was to have it repealed, to lose a group voting ticket.
Yeah.
But I never in a million years thought they would actually do it. And they're doing it.
Well, I think it was because it actually was getting traction. I think that was the problem.
They were worried.
Yeah. Well, when you've already got marginal seats, every little thing matters. You know, like they were asking us to run people in marginal seats, and then they'd give us votes in the upper house. There was no discussions about policies. There was no discussion about anything. So the group voting ticket basically makes all your policy void because no one cares. That's not what they're voting on. So it'll be interesting to see if they do actually change it this time around, how everything goes. Because the Greens will probably get more votes as well. Because the Greens were against the group voting ticket because it also went against them as well. Yeah.
But I think based on current polling, One Nation's going to dominate. If things head in this direction, how things have changed.
Yeah. Well, aren't you getting a press pass back now?
Yeah, I can't wait. Come on. He's one of the Senate candidates. He was an ex-cop, ex-special operations unit.
He was looking after Dan Andrews.
Well, he wasn't, but he in COVID, he came out and he ran for this other party. He's a good guy.
Yeah. I saw you at the women's trial. I was there with Renita.
Hey, how you going, guys?
Fantastic job
Thank you.
For years, man.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Bloody, I was saying to my wife,
What's
been
the
out
second?
there for One Nation.
Oh, One Nation.
Yeah. Nothing too. Yeah.
Nothing too. Yeah.
But you've been out there in the trenches for so long, especially on your own when you first started.
Things have changed, hasn't it?
Yeah.
We're not as lonely anymore.
No. Who would have thought it would have gotten to this stage though, that you have to fight back in that level? I'm a Gen X, and maybe we took our finger off the pulse too much. Thought everything was flying great. Turn around and it's gone to hell. And now they don't even celebrate Australia Day or anything like that. So It's time to fight back, yeah, for sure.
No one's around to keep the bastards honest anymore, right? So someone's got to do it. And nothing changes if nothing changes. So it's really important that, communities get together and we have these conversations, and it doesn't matter what's happening on the outside of the building. We have proper conversations, exercise our democratic right, and hopefully the people can have the say about what they want to have happen in the parliament. So,
well said.
Sweet. But you've done, fantastic job, mate. Keep it up.
Thanks,
you will.
Thanks, guys. I'm getting messages from Rukshan. Rukshan, if you don't like the way we do stuff here, maybe get out of the studio.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
See what I have to work with. I'm trying to do it for you guys, make them fix the audio, do all these things, but I'm getting complaints, guys. Guys, thanks for joining. And if you're still watching, we are watching the One Nation event in Hawthorn live stream from inside the venue. Outside, it's all blockaded by police. There's a group of leftist protesters, Antifa types, or the campaign against racism. But you can see inside here in the venue, what we've seen is a lot of different people from different backgrounds supporting One Nation here in Victoria. Let's see what Avi's saying to this guy who's a lot taller than him.
Did you make this?
Yeah, I got it made yesterday. I turn 18 next month, so my first election, I'll be able to vote One Nation. I'm so happy.
Look at that. So he's decked himself out. He grew a few inches just to put me to shame, and he's voting in his first election for One. What do you like about Pauline? As an 18-year-old, are there many 18-year-olds that like One Nation?
All my friends like her, probably because I've got her onto her. I've got all my friends interested in politics, but I've been a fan of her for about so many years. Every other politician, they switch and they change about what they say. At least you know what points, you know her views, you know her values. She doesn't change. That's what I love about her. And she's one of us. She's like you, she's like me. She's just an ordinary Aussie, business owner, single mum, like my mum. So yeah, that's why.
Like he said, she's one of us, like you and me, and I'm just glad to be one of. I need a ladder. Thank you, brother. Which
are you one of the preferred journalists?
I'm
don't interview me.
Well, you better come off screen.
You don't want to be on camera. No. Hey, can I have a photo with you?
100%.
My mum's on the camera. Anyone wants to? Yeah, cheers, mate. Thanks, mate.
We're trying to find for the super chats. We're trying to find out who's running in Bendigo. Although they said they're not announcing their candidates. But when Warren is less busy, we're going to ask him for the super chats. Guys, super chat away. I will do my best to answer your questions.
How you doing? Good to see you.
What's happening? Good to see you again. You good?
Yeah, good. You can't escape from Iranians, can you?
No, bloody, they're everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
Listen, I'd rather them than the unwashed keffiyeh mob out the front.
This is our Iranian friend that's joined our group for the Bruce section. So when it comes to him and his brother, it's made people aware of the ring. I've actually asked Nick Patterson to come to our next meeting, but we had John and that do Know Your Rights at our last meeting.
Oh, yeah.
So everything's going well. Explaining people what they need to know and where they need to stand.
Love it.
Love it. Good to see you again, mate. Yeah.
You keeping up with Trump?
Only because we were at the protest with COVID, and we started following you with the I'm not going to do
Only on the cowboy nuts.
We're on a farm in Newfoundland.
Well,
we come from Newfoundland. We come from Lake Lake. We're walking in, the Muppets out there. They're calling him a cowboy Nazi. And I was just like blowing kisses at them. I'm like,
I'm like, what's a cowboy
Almost felt
Nazi?
like breaking out
His
in song.
family are from Poland. Like they migrated from Poland. I studied the Holocaust at uni. They're certainly not Nazis.
So as you were walking in because of your ad, they called you the
Yes,
cowboy.
cowboy Nazi.
They're not very original.
No, definitely not.
Well, they asked me if I show them my G-string as well. I don't know how they knew I was wearing one, but
That's so weird. They asked me the same thing.
yeah. So yeah, he's a cowboy Nazi.
Well, the irony of calling me a cowboy Nazi is that my dad's father, so my grandfather, was actually a Polish officer and fought against the Nazis. So
They migrated here.
yeah.
Listen, you don't want to bombard them with too many facts because they don't really like them. They're a bit allergic to it. That and showers.
Yeah. Oh yes, yes.
Unfortunately, they don't like the truth, do they?
No, but they love terrorists. Scarves and
Yeah,
they love to dress up as terrorists
You're a
and
legend, mate.
communists.
Been following you ever since the. Actually, that's when I got into politics. Honestly, it was the lockdowns.
Yeah, I think a lot of people woke up at that
We were
point.
in the Ring of Steel by 2 kilometres in Lang Lang, right on the fringe.
The irony was, at the time, we were breeding French bulldogs, so we were constantly going back and forth to the vet. It got to the point when we hit the Ring of Steel and the police would turn around and say, "Oh, what animal have you got in the car now?" But they'd get excited when our car would rock up.
That's hilarious. We're trying to find out. The Super Chats want to know who's running in Bendigo. Now, they're not announcing the lower house, but everyone wants... I don't even know why you guys care. Why do you care who's running against Jacinda? She's
She's not going
she's done. She's probably not going to run.
Forward for Bass, and they haven't announced that yet. So, but yeah.
No, they've announced it's the upper house.
Yeah. But yeah, Warren interviewed me.
I'll get his attention, watch.
Just catches Warren just talking to people. That's all right. We'll let him interact with the kids. No, he's in studio being lazy.
You're a legend.
Thanks, mate. Good on you guys. Suddenly everyone wants to talk to Warren. Mr. Popular.
I used to go and do an interview with my wife. You know, lovely Kim. She's over in the corner there. You know,
I'm trying to remember. I know her.
She's got red hair.
Listen,
She's the only one that survived every protest in the world.
I do remember.
She's got Irish history going way back before the length of
We're gonna ask him. We're gonna ask him for you guys. We're gonna ask him, but if he slaps us, it's your fault.
So there's a photo up there. 2 are gone, only 1 more to go.
Yes.
And then we might make this country a better country. And then we can help the rest of the world.
We probably need to help ourselves first, yeah.
Yeah, I know. But that's what I mean. Are you still down our way? It's a lovely area.
He's running.
So Avi's just trying to get an interview with Warren Pickering. We'll have a few super chats, guys. So that if you do super chats, we'll try to get that done out there on the field live. A few people asked who is running for One Nation in Bendigo. That's an important question because that was Jacinta Allen's. Well, it is Jacinta Allen's seat. So, and more than likely not, it might be, pretty close to being flipped. If not by the Liberals or maybe by One Nation. So it'll be really interesting to know, even the Nationals actually, who from One Nation is running in the seat of Bendigo. But the lower house seats, the candidates have not been announced yet by One Nation. So the announcement today was really around the upper house candidates and then the announcement of the leader as Warren Pickering, who you're seeing there on the screen, as the leader for One Nation here in Victoria. He will be running in the seat of Pakenham.
The Super Chat's driving us nuts. Everyone wants to know who's running against Jacinta Allen. I don't know why they care.
Who's running against Jacinta Allen? Mate, I think at this point we could run an empty ticket and probably beat Jacinta Allen in the seat of East Bendigo.
That's the official answer to the Super Chat?
Oh, yeah, that's the official answer for now to the Super Chat. Yeah.
I reckon she's not running though. Is she
actually
going to
got-
even run?
We've actually got a pretty good candidate. We're looking at shortlisting there. Yeah.
Do you think she's going to run though? I reckon she's not.
No, I don't think so. Look, I wouldn't if I was her. If you said you're going to step down regardless, you know.
Is that like 2 down, 1 to go? Is that what that sign is?
Mate, you're going to
It was actually, I'm stealing it from him.
You can interpret that however you like. Now, we had a totally different one ready to go, and then Jacinta Allen stepped down, and that's one we went with.
Oh, you can't
instead.
keep up.
No, we can't. Look, at the end of the day, Harvey, both major parties in this state and federally, look, I've left bottles of milk out on the bench that have lasted longer than the leadership of those parties, so look, we don't want to change this every second day, so we'll just go with that and stick with it. It's quite generic.
I'll leave you to it, brother. Good work. Come. There you go, Super Chat. They say they have a good candidate, but they could. The Super Chat is driving us nuts about who's running in Bendigo. We asked Warren. They want to know who's running against Jacinta Allen. I don't think Jacinta Allen's running, but he says, listen, we have a good candidate, but we could run an empty seat and it would win. Do you agree?
Anything is possible. Against Jacinta Allen, anybody can win, really.
Even Benji? Do you reckon Benji could win?
100%. You got it. The seat is yours. Yeah.
No, we're not going to give the seat of Bendigo to China.
Right. Sorry, Benji. No Chinese.
How is it though? How do you feel? This is amazing.
Good. No, it's been absolutely fantastic. The turnout, the energy, it's all happening. So.
And what about the unwashed? You enjoyed them?
The what?
The unwashed out the front. Have you enjoyed them?
No comments.
Have you ever gone to a Greens or Socialist, meet and greet the candidates to protest?
No, and I think that is the difference between us and them. We can disagree, and it's okay to disagree. We don't all have to have the same views, but clearly they're not as tolerant as they like to claim.
All right, amazing, exciting times.
So good.
And the member for Pakenham, that's our local hood.
Yeah.
Our local could be the premier.
Yeah, we are really lucky to have him. So
How
we
good
are
is it?
winning it. We are taking Pakenham, we are taking Victoria. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to keep walking around, see who else is still willing to talk to me after. I've got to up Pauline's pay. She's already.
Yeah. All the free advertising that she's doing for you. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not on camera.
This guy is my hero. I'm from UK originally, but I love this guy. Cheers, thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
You're doing such a good job. Thank you so much.
Mate, I'll creep up on you, don't you worry about that.
You use my photo with an attain, don't you?
When I first saw your Rebel News, I was a bit worried. And then one of the Vic Poll guys goes, no, they're all right. I went, okay.
That's how you know we've won back Vic Poll since COVID. No, Harvey's all right.
She loves you. She goes, your mate's here. She loves you.
Your mate.
She knows I want you. I said, Mum, your mate's here. She loves you.
How you doing? Good night. You excited?
Oh, yeah. Like, even just hearing it gets you pumped.
Where are you from? Where in Victoria?
South Marine.
South Marine.
so the north, but see, I don't know how Victorians are. We're not country, obviously.
Honestly, I thought Victoria was going to be cooked after the last election, and hope is seeping back in.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering more like, because they're the biggest, you know, when they show the primary votes and all that, I'm not full on about those things, right? But when I see them, it makes me nervous. It makes me nervous.
I think the polls are encouraging.
The polls tend to
favour the other side.
There's a couple of young
So since they're so strong,
in their 30s, you know, just started slipping into my years.
well, she's been consistently in the right direction.
This mate of mine, he was over there to go house now because of what the local cities are in.
Gen X and I've never stage as well.
Working overseas to basically stop Chinese fucking influence. That's what we're doing. And, you know, you give up your life when you do this to go overseas. And then you get fucked in the ass when you're overseas because of some, like charming.
Nothing changes if nothing changes. I've worked in community work in South Bay, done the private for 20 years.
Yeah, she said she cost good to see you, mate.
Good to see you. How you going?
Harvey.
How you going? You good?
Hey, can I get a photo for my mum?
For your mum?
She lives in Romania, and she always she gets your she gets your newsletter, and she's always like, oh look, Harvey.
How's Romania at the moment?
It's not being invaded.
Yeah, not now. No, I'm not all over the Romania series.
So the Turks invaded.
Yeah.
And it killed 60,000. We've got a history.
Yes.
How we invaded.
I'm a Romanian fan. Let me write it, because otherwise it's going to catch on the line. Has she lived there long? Like she's lived there?
She retired. She went back. How's everything?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, good. You good? I don't know. Introduce Yeah, much better now. Oh, no. Just better now, I think, mostly. Lots of physio. Let's talk to
I know. I know.
Thank you.
Mark? Sorry. Sorry.
Get some photos. Good.
Love your show.
I'm going to try and get in with Pauline as well.
Hey, you're just up there intimidating me.
But come on over. Pauline's that way. Just go through.
Yeah, I want to talk to. What's his name again? Get that. Chat with you on camera.
Yeah, awesome, man.
Very good.
That's the girl I was talking about.
Yes, yes.
Oh, mate. I don't know. I haven't been out there. I got bored of it. It's just repetitive. They don't need any
Just
content.
go out with even numbers. Inquire what's their problem.
All right, man.
Do you want to just hold the mic for me to hear anyway?
Is that Bianca around?
Bianca?
Yeah, she wants us to do some raffle. So we're going to do this raffle, apparently.
After the raffle,
And then after I'll come to talk
guys,
to you.
after the raffle, we're going to have a chat to him, all right? We've got him on camera, on the record. If he dogs us, we're going to make a cartoon about him.
First time I haven't seen you getting beat up. Or someone.
You haven't seen me get beat up?
Yeah. No,
Oh, this is the first time. Yeah.
No one's attacking you.
They're going to do a raffle and then we'll do that interview, and I reckon...
There's not a lot of, there's a few. There's not a lot. Get a couple of hand-raising questions. How do you keep your energy going?
I am going a bit flat.
Particularly the last 2 years. True.
Hi, I'm Natalie. Lovely to meet you. Clark's asked me to come and say hello.
Yes, before we get some photos and candidates and Pauline,
Absolutely.
some pro pics.
Yes.
We're going to interview a couple of the candidates for you.
Yeah, guys. So we're just waiting for Avi. He's trying to interview some of the candidates. You're seeing it's a big pack there around Senator Hanson as she's signing some merchandise for supporters from One Nation. Baz, thanks for the offer to moderate, mate. I do. I'm very open to people having a robust discussion. I am trying to be a bit more stern now when it comes to some of the spammers. So I will look into this moderation thing, but I appreciate the support for what we're doing and your super chat, mate. You've a long-time contributor and viewer to the show, and we really appreciate you here at Rebel News Australia. So thanks, mate. If I do ever have a moderator on these channels, it will be you, Baz, the Dark Horse, for sure. 100%. For now, let's just let the chaos kind of take place a little bit. I don't mind the robust conversations that are taking place, but I will be keeping an eye out. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, he loves Pauline now.
Does he?
Remember, I used to go off at him. I used to get him. I like him now. He's become all right. We'll do this.
I got to do this fucking raffle.
The raffle first. Yeah, all right. Let's come to it. We'll follow his raffle and then we'll do that. Mate, you didn't have to get me flowers.
Well, they're perfect. They suit you. Yeah, they got them perfect. Just for you. That's
Thank
it.
you. Thank
That's
you.
right.
They're going to do a raffle and then we'll talk to a couple of the candidates. Hold that a second. Hold that.
Folks, sorry about this. Sorry to interrupt. I know we're all talking about how we can make Victoria a better place. I just wanted to quickly interrupt. Apparently we've got a raffle tonight, which is very exciting. So, what we have as our prize is a poorly drawn caricature of from the very first season. This is a limited edition piece, ladies and gentlemen. It's number 815 of 1,000, signed by Pauline Hanson. It's a very cool piece. Just FYI, I own the studio that makes this cartoon. I have number 700. So this is not that far off what I have, which is, it's a pretty good piece there. So we're going to draw it. I think we might have to get Pauline up to draw the ticket, right? I think that only makes sense. So, ladies and gentlemen, Pauline Hanson, if we can, Bianca, if you want to come up here with a bucket as well. How exciting. And then, whoever wins, come on up. You can get a photo with Pauline as well. And we'll hand over this wonderful prize. So, I have. You look great. Drum roll, please, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. The moment of truth. P068. Who's got it? P068? Going once. Going twice. Done. Oh, P068, you missed out. Jacinta Allen in the bin. All right, here we go. Second chance draw. P070. Any takers for P70? P70.
Bought the whole book.
Oh, we've got a winner! Ladies and gentlemen, Bronwyn, the winner! Yes, Here's the prize.
Fantastic. I think I've had a photo with everyone who's here. Enjoy the rest of the night. And you know what? You've all come here. You probably don't know the person next to you. I want you to turn to the person to the right of you and say, hello, mate. Hello,
I hope you know each other. Look what she started. She created it. She got them talking, couldn't shut them up. Come round here, Benji. Pauline is about to leave, and we'll talk to a bunch of the candidates before we end this live stream so people can hear from the actual candidates. Can we have a quick chat? Tell us.
Probably not.
Go there.
Yeah.
Who have we got? We'll get her. Can we get a quick chat? Tell us how you're feeling about it all. Big day.
Sure. Yep, big day. Good
For
day.
people who don't know who you are,
My name's Pauline Hanson. I'm the representative for South East Metro.
and we've heard in the press conference you were part of the Liberal Party for a long time.
Yeah.
Why One Nation now?
Because the bottom line is that Liberal Party have lost its spine a long time ago, and unlike thousands of other people, it's been death by 1,000 cuts. And there was no one particular issue that sort of tipped me over the line. It was just a multitude of things over a very long time. And I just couldn't do it anymore, quite literally. And One Nation has always stood for the things. My values haven't changed, my core principles haven't changed, and One Nation is standing for those things that have always been important to me. And I'm really happy to help, really want to kind of take Victoria back.
So obviously you've got a long history within the Liberal Party, but within politics in general. Are you shocked to see where we are in Victoria now, at a point where she's polling better than both Labor, Liberal, like something that would have been, you couldn't have imagined even 2 years ago?
Well, I'm not shocked because all Victorians are really worried about what's happened to our state, and there hasn't been a credible opposition. So in terms of statistics, it makes sense that One Nation have always stood up for these things, and so people have found a home. I mean, there's a long time to go. 4 months is a long time before an election. A lot can happen, but I'm pretty confident that One Nation will do very well.
What is, if you had to predict now, what do you think it's going to look like at the end of the election? What's Parliament going to look like?
Well, success has many layers. The bottom line, I think, is that One Nation could win government, but success, if it gets the balance of power in the upper house, that changes Victoria completely. So there's different layers of what could happen, but balance in the upper house would be, it would save Victoria, quite literally.
And now that they're repealing the group voting ticket, it seems like there's a much bigger chance of that actually happening.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know that that's gone through the upper house yet, has it?
It went without any opposition through the lower house. It goes through the upper house next week, but both the Liberals and Labor and the Greens are supporting it. So there's no way. You're going to have a couple of the crossbenchers who are very upset about losing their gig, but it's going to pass. And that means that in this election, One Nation is getting all the votes that they deserve.
Well, and it's a percentage game, right? So, unfortunately for some of those people who are good, David Limbrick's, good guy, but he's got 1% of the vote. And so, One Nation have a much higher percentage of the vote. People are crying out for change, so hopefully we get a great shot.
But be honest, you're going to miss the animal justice, aren't you?
No.
Well, thank you so much. Good luck. Big day for Victoria, big day for you. Very exciting times.
Promises and we deliver. We're back.
Listen, you're the life of the party. I've worked it out.
I love it, dude.
I'm not that happy. That used to be my gig.
Really? Mate, you can come back. No dramas. We're a big tent. Everyone's welcome here, mate. That's the difference. We don't exclude anyone here at One Nation, eh?
It's certainly getting bigger. We can see in the polls, and it's consistent. No matter what they throw at her, the polls keep climbing. At this rate, by the time the election comes, she's going to have 100%. What are we going to do?
And I just did Andrew Bolt's show, and I said the exact same thing because he was giving me shit.
So you stole my line?
I stole your line.
Before
you did it, yeah. And he was like, 19%, can it get any better? And I was like, mate, we're going to win 100% of the vote. Excluding maybe a few banshees out in front, 1% of the population, we're going to take it all. But I was a fan of One Nation. I've been around with this gig for a long time. I was a fan back when it was dangerous, when you had to hide the fact you were a part of One Nation. Now it's a very different case. Yeah.
Well, for people who don't know you at home, tell us about you. Firstly, where are you running, and tell us a bit about you.
Mate, so I'm right in the danger zone. I'm running in the Northern Metropolitan region, so that's where I live.
That's your constituency out there.
That's exactly right, mate. I recognised a few of them. So I live in Abbotsford and I work in Fitzroy. Just because
when you say you recognise them, is it because of the kafirs? You can.
Yeah. I can see. I notice their eyes. I can smell them, and they're the ones that have shat all over my office. They've spray painted swastikas all over my office. They've called us Nazis. And the Australian Federal Police, when I asked them how the leads look, and they said there's too many suspects out in where we are, mate. So the Northern Metropolitan Region's a tough one. But I grew up in the West. I grew up in Bacchus Marsh, and I went to school at Monash University. I went to law school there. I got an honours degree. I was indoctrinated. I went and entered the real world. I served 6 weeks of professional practice as a criminal lawyer. I saw it firsthand. I saw them patting criminals on the head saying, hey, you're not a bad person, you're just sick. I was there for the Rob Holes days with therapeutic jurisprudence. I was there in the Department of Justice. I saw the beginning of the end with the justice system. Totally flipped on its head. It was all about rehabilitation. Forget about punishment, denunciation, deterrent, community safety. I saw that 10, 15 years ago. And now look where we are. Saw the beginning of the end. I then started up my own business, Stepmates. We worked out very quickly that the animation or the entertainment industry wasn't designed for us. But we kept fighting. We built up a business. We now employ 25 people, thanks to One Nation, and we keep going. We've now made a feature film, and now I'm stepping up.
So for people at home that don't know what you're talking about, you're the man behind those cartoons that crack us up.
That's right. Yep. Please Explain Cartoons, the super progressive movie. Up until now, I've enjoyed a level of anonymity with those things. That's the beautiful thing about cartoons, is you can hide behind them. But
so how did you get into it, and how did you acquire that skill to do it to that level? That is professional stuff.
We actually started in film. This is a cool story. So we started in film. We bought maybe $20,000-$30,000 worth of film gear. Kind of like what your old man's got here. And then we lost it. We chucked it on the top of the van and it fell off. We broke $30,000 worth of camera gear. So to keep going, we had to start learning how to animate out of just sheer necessity. We kept going. We made shorts online. We kept plugging along, and then Channel 7 gave us a gig. Channel 7 then swiftly sacked us after COVID. And then James Ashby was sitting on the toilet one day, saw one of our old sketches, and the rest is history.
I love how you had to give us the vision of James Ashby being on the toilet when he noticed.
He hates that too. If I mention that, he'll absolutely shoot me.
So we'll cut out that James Ashby was on the toilet when he discovered him. Okay, what a fascinating story. What a wild ride. How does it feel being on that journey now and getting to where we are today, where One Nation really is, at minimum, the real opposition in Victoria, compared to just a few years ago when people were scared to associate?
It's so energising, mate. It really is. As someone, and I assume you're the same, completely disenchanted by Australian politics, if you've watched Victorian Question Time, it is an absolute joke. It's so bad. These people are deadheads. And it's just such... This energy of the room, it bumped up like 25 degrees in here, didn't it? It was unbelievable. There were so many sweaty heads, including mine. It went really shiny. But that's what we're here for. It's just it's so good. Like I said, I was around with this show back when it was dangerous. This is a very different energy in the gym now. But
speaking of dangerous, though, campaigning for you in your area specifically is potentially dangerous. How are you managing that?
Mate, Pauline Hanson is such an inspiration. She has forged against and pushed up against all of the resistance against her. It's incumbent on me to do the same. I promote Pauline's story a lot, and I'm inspired by it a lot as well. But I also believe in storytelling, the hero's journey, you only know you're on the right path when you're encountering obstacles. That's how you know you're on the right path. So I hope we encounter some more obstacles out there. I welcome them.
For the undecided voter that's going into this election, still weighing up whether they're going to go Liberal or Labor, they're not sure about One Nation. What would you pitch to them now? Why should they vote for One Nation come November?
Mate, there's 3 simple reasons why you need to vote One Nation, right? We're delivering 3 very simple things. We're going to be rebuilding the budget, getting rid of ridiculous government spending and waste, the professional managerial class, gone, the treaty, gone. We are going to rebuild and we're going to restore prosperity. That's the first thing. We're going to restore safety. We're going to make this state the toughest state on crime in all of Australia. You want to commit crime? Go elsewhere. Don't bother committing crime here in Victoria. And we're going to restore trust. We're real people. This is the beautiful thing. Pauline Hanson got up after a fish and chip shop and has been fighting up against the system for 30 years. We're all real people. This is change you can trust. That's what it's all about.
I'll give you a fourth for the pitch that may or may not work, but my press credentials, they're coming through.
Your press credentials are coming through, mate. And that's a guarantee.
Thanks, mate. Good luck. Really exciting times. I'm sure you feel the same way. It is so good to not feel as lonely anymore, not feel like you're pushed to the fringe. You know, the Liberal Party for so many years, even the Liberal Party, they would move us to the side. They would refuse to talk to us. They would say, you're part of the problem, when really the majority of people, and now especially since the last couple of years, and Bondi specifically, I think that was a big thing. People are waking up and realising, actually, we don't need to watch every little word we say. We need to actually stand behind the words. And that's exciting for me. It's refreshing because it has been a lonely place for a few years.
Mate, I remember, you brought it up today. I remember when you got kicked out of those Dan Andrews press conferences. You got their comeuppance. They got their comeuppance today, mate. You've got 3 shout-outs today. You got a huge bump.
It was so funny because that lady was standing right next to me, and I heard her ask the question about the ABC, and I'm like, no, ask that. I want you to ask that, because where were you? Suddenly you all care about press freedoms. And to be fair, I think everyone should be allowed to everything, right? I don't care.
Yeah.
Maybe not events, but at least in Parliament. But where the heck were you when press freedoms came? You don't like me. You don't like the way you think I'm biased.
Now it's democracy. Yeah. Oh, now it's democracy when it doesn't suit you. Oh, wow. That's the thing, man. We're free. One and free. One and free. One nation. Thank you, Amy. Keep up with the fight.
Thank you. Come on to me. Well, I think you can tell how tired I am already. We might wrap up in a couple of minutes. You good?
Oh, doing good, man.
I reckon we're pretty much done. I reckon we wrap up. All right, guys. Oh, yeah, we get one more. How do you feel with tonight?
Over the moon, pumped, totally pumped for the next several months. Even more excited about the future for Victoria.
I know we spoke earlier today. We're live now. Tell people who don't know who you are. Let them know live. Who are you?
Okay, hi, I'm Ricky Lee Tyrrell. I'm the member for the Northern Victoria region, and I've been sitting in the Victorian Parliament since 2022, and I am hoping to continue to do that in the next term.
The only orange beacon in that dark room until now, but if the polls are anything to believe in, if the group voting ticket is really gone, you are not going to be alone for very long, are you?
No, I'm not, and we are going to bring that positive shake-up that Victoria is so desperately screaming for. Real people in Parliament, real representation, hard workers, great ethics. We're going to bring this state back onto its feet.
So when you look at elections, there's 2 layers to it, really. There's winning, hopefully having Warren as Premier. That'll be fantastic. But even if you don't get there, the balance of power in the upper house is the next best thing, because that's where we can help ensure good legislation gets through, bad legislation is stopped, and you can actually deal with the government who has to go through. Are you hopeful that no matter what happens come November, that's where we're going to have a real win?
Yeah, I'm going to be really biased here because I am in the council. That's where I want the balance of power. The Legislative Assembly, that's great. One nation gets government, that'll be terrific. But the real final straw is the council. We can stop, we can break really good or bad legislation. That is where you need the balance of power.
To those that are actually, before we get to that, I just want to ask you, in the last 4 years now that you've been there, what have you witnessed there that you think is the worst, the most disgusting things you've witnessed in that chamber, in the upper house? What is that? What didn't you expect, and what did you expect? How has it been being in there for 4 years?
Just how much time is actually wasted with dribble. The politicians getting up and just wasting every last second they have on their debate, and it's just waffle. I'm sitting there, I'm like, we have a really, really beautiful opportunity to do great things for Victoria, and you're standing here talking about your nan's uncle in the past and how that's related to whatever you're talking about right now, and can I swear, it's absolute bullshit. And it drives me mad because I see a job, I want to get it done, and I don't want to waste time. And the amount of time and resources that is wasted in the Victorian Parliament right now with the government and even the opposition, it's disgraceful. That is what needs to stop. We need to get on with the job because we have got one hell of a task ahead of us to clean up this state.
What are the most important issues you think need to for Victoria?
Look, crime is a big one. That's the number one for our campaign, but I'm a regional member and road infrastructure is destroying our state at the moment. Everybody uses roads, even if they're not using it directly. If you've got a delivery truck bringing groceries and they're busting tyres and axles, you're bearing the cost at the end of the day in your grocery bill. That needs to be addressed. Education is another huge one. Our children are missing out on a really good, solid education, and agriculture. I want to preserve our prime agricultural industries, and right now they're facing down the barrel of government's obscene obsession with net zero. They want to wipe out our prime agricultural land and completely lay it with renewable energy.
Final pitch. I know we've got plenty of time, but to Victorians, that they're clearly a growing thing. A percentage of the population is moving over to One Nation. But to those that are unsure, whether they're traditional Liberal or Labor voters, what would you say to them now? Why should they move over to One Nation?
Do your research. Our policies are coming out very shortly. That's how I joined the party. I researched every party registered in Victoria, and One Nation was the one that had the policies I knew I could support and back the whole way. They hadn't changed, so it was great. I got whiplash from all the other parties because they're constantly changing direction, and that's what Victorians are fed up with.
Do you think that's the thing that's most appealing to people, that Pauline has been consistent for 30 years? No matter what the media throws at them, no matter what the establishment, no matter what both sides of politics have thrown at her, she's remained consistent.
Yeah, for sure. You know what you're going to get with Pauline, and it's been the same for the past 30 years. And I think we need that. We need that stability. That's why people are turning to One Nation.
And do you think she's right? We should get a cut. Rebel News should get a cut of the $50 billion ABC's get.
I don't want that. No, I want Gina to, perhaps buy ABC and really, no pun intended, stick it to them.
Yeah, I think it's we're just mucking around, but we found it funny. A lot of people think we're paying Pauline to promote Rebel News today, but I think she just enjoys how triggered the rest of the media get when she mentions it. But thank you so much. Thanks for all your work you've done in the last 4 years, and I'm excited for you because you'd be blind not to think that you're going to have a lot of friends in that chamber come November.
Yeah, a lot of good, hardworking Victorians. That's what we need.
Amazing. Thank you. Let's see if there's a...
Hey, can I just not record it? That's okay. The reason I wanted I could make Daryl Clark.
So guys, we'll probably wrap up soon. Thanks for joining in. We'll probably get one more cross from Avi after this. He's just speaking to someone. But if you've been watching this far and have been enjoying the stream, you can support the show, guys. Just scan that QR code. If you're watching on the telly, there's ways to support Rebel News. You can also get merchandise from the Rebel store, Rebel News store, and you can look as good as me wearing a Rebel t-shirt. And we have a few other t-shirts as well, so you can support the network that way as well. But the major support that you can do for us is just to make sure you're following our channels, you're sharing and you're liking, and you're getting the word out there as we continue to bring you more unique coverage like this. This is what's missing in traditional media. This is the gap that networks like Rebel News Australia fills. And it's an interesting way to hear from constituents. It's an interesting way to hear from politicians. And it gives you a different understanding of where people are at, especially those of people who are the faithful One Nation supporters who have gone there here in Victoria to support Pauline Hanson. You get to see these real insight into what's going on within the campaign itself. So I think it's really interesting. I appreciate all the support that we get at Rebel News Australia. I think Avi does a great job. And he did get a few plugs from Pauline Hanson. It's cool to hear from Pauline Hanson about supporting Rebel News. I think she does it to trigger all the other media outlets because they've been triggered throughout most of today with those comments. I'll probably come back one more time as the RV wraps up here, but I've told him to go outside and see if the protesters are still out there. Let's finish off with a view of the protesters. So hopefully he does that. As you can see, he's getting a lot of photos with people. He should have run as a candidate for One Nation, but I know he's a leader of the Free Palestine Party, and he's got important work to do with the Free Palestine Party. Let's go back to the stream.
I just want to see if that last one. 1 second.
Excellent work on the pre-Palestine groups. Brilliant. So good. I like the book, by the way. I haven't read it. It's been on my bedside for about 12 months.
Next time I see you, you better have to read.
I will. The intention is there.
I'll know you've read it when you don't talk. Are they still out there or is it done? I know, Pauline, they're still running.
Oh, those guys. Are they still out there?
Yep.
Are they really?
Yeah, as people were working out, they started brewing again.
Benji zooming up on the keypad there. Benji, don't try to record people's keypad entries, Benji. Gotta be careful. It's not Hong Kong.
Let's quickly do the side. I'll wrap it up. I'll just wrap it up. Mate, you good? Yeah, once I come back. Are they still out there or they're gone? They're gone. Oh, they're all gone? All right. All right, I was just going to wrap up with them in the back, but I'm going to come back 2 seconds. I'll be back. Thanks, man. Beautiful, man. Really good. I'm going to be back in 2 seconds. I'm just going to shut the live and... Oh, they're all gone. Oh, here, to me. Yeah. Yeah, you good? There you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed tonight. As you can see, the unwashed, it was past their bedtime. I'm surprised they lasted this long. I think Centrelink opens at 8 tomorrow. So they're all out. We're about done here. Beautiful night. They tried to shut it down. As usual, the Kafir Rainbow Alphabet mob achieved nothing but making themselves look like dipshits. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. Make sure to smash that like button before you go, share the stream and subscribe. Over the next few days, we've got a bunch of videos coming out with today's trip and Pauline's this campaign, the launch of this campaign in general. Love you all and thanks for all those super chats. Guys, don't let Rukshan get off easy. Smash super chats now so you have to keep him up all night. We don't want him like the lefties being able to go to bed this early, so keep him up and he has to read every single super chat. God bless.
Thank you, Avi. So, guys, we are wrapping up here. I think I've got all the super chats done. Thank you so much for the support for our show, what we've been doing today. I'll just speak to the other camera quickly if we can. But yeah, we're finishing up, guys. Join us again next time we go live. Make sure you're following us on all the channels. So Rebel News Australia on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You can find us on X at Rebel News Australia. Of course, follow Avi Yemeni across all the socials as well. And you can also find me at The Real Rukshan across socials as well. We do shows throughout the week. At least I do. I'll probably be back live tomorrow night or Wednesday night. So make sure you're following my channels. I think Wednesday night I'll be back 9 p.m. But yeah, we're going to be really busy this election season with everything that's going on in Victoria. There'll be a lot of events to cover. And just because we have this system in this country where a lot of the minor candidates are ignored, well, not so much anymore with One Nation. I think a lot of people want to get to them, even the mainstream media like the ABC. But there is a gap that networks like Rebel News Australia can fill. So if you're enjoying what we're doing, again, remember you can support what we're doing and ensure that you're following us at least, the minimum, at least follow us if you're not. And that way you can get a notification when we do go live spontaneously when things are happening leading up the state election here in Victoria. Have a good night, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed tonight and God bless and take care.